Hi, Mr. Barksdale. Thank you for coming out here and helping me with my NHD project.
You're welcome.
Is it okay if I take a recording of this while I interview you?
Yes.
Okay. This is an interview with Mr. Jim Barksdale. He is a successful leader of many companies and his community. First question. With your years of success leading growing companies such as Federal Express, Netscape, and McCaw Cellular, what were some of the major challenges you faced as a leader?
Well, all three of those companies had introduced products that became very successful, and therefore the companies grew at lightning speed. For instance, at FedEx, during my time, we grew from 2,000 packages a night to over 1,000,000 packages a night. We were hiring people at a rapid rate. We were having to find the best people we could find. And so your challenge as a leader, when I was at FedEx, before I left, I had 110,000 people working for me before I went out west to run the sailor business. And your problem there is just getting people integrated into the system, into the company as quick as you can, and then making sure they understand the mission of the company and what their job and role is in it and where they go for justice, and making sure justice is fair. And then they will lock into the program and be raring to go. And we had a very motivated workforce at all three of those companies that I was very proud of. So the challenge of the leader was to make people aware of the mission and their role in it at a very fast growing pace, which is quite difficult to do, but we were successful in doing that.
All right, thank you. My report is about Major Dick Winters. He led the 101st Airborne Division in World War II.
Yes, I know.
What comparisons can you make with him with the regard to leading men in battle and leading employees in a large company?
Well, the military is the best trainer of leaders in the world, and its programs actually refute the old adage that leaders are born and not made. The military has to train thousands of young men and women every day to be leaders, because in battle, the consequence of poor leadership is death. Therefore, it is a very important skill that the military has to impart to these young people who are becoming officers and leaders in the military. We at FedEx and at McCaw and at Netscape used the military leadership manual is the principal book in training young leaders who we were trying to move into management at those companies. Not that the consequence was death, but the consequence of poor leadership is very serious in a business. It quite often would lead to the failure of the business.
All right. When things went wrong, what did you turn to for guidance? What about you made you keep going?
Well, in business, you really don't have the option to not keep going. So you have to keep thinking of different ways to overcome an obstacle. Necessity is always the mother of invention, and quite often problems indicate opportunities if you look at it that way. If we're not successful here and we're able to become successful, that could create a better product for our customer, for example. If we can overcome these kind of issues in the business, then we will be a better, more profitable business and better serving our customers and have longer term prospects. So I think you have to always be looking at problems as opportunities. And if you do that, you can overcome many, many obstacles in business or in life, and it makes it certainly a more pleasant experience.
Okay, thank you. What qualities do you think I should work towards to be a good leader?
I think you should recognize that there are certain characteristics of leaders that anyone can learn and emulate, and it will inure to their benefit and their success long term. Those characteristics are things such as bearing, always being at your best and how you appear to people, and standing up straight and having the bearing of a leader. Another is decisiveness, making decisions when you have to make a decision, but not necessarily deciding on things that are not important and burdening people with that sort of thing. I think tact is very important. Never embarrass someone else in public or get on somebody just because you disagree in front of other people. Do that in private, in a normal, reasoned conversation. Control your temper. Control your appearance. Control your ability to stay the course and act in a way that other people want to emulate. Those are all characteristics of leaders. And I think they're learnable traits, and they're things that people can become accustomed to doing a certain way, and long term they will be the leaders of tomorrow. And I encourage you to do that.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Barksdale, for all your time here. So yeah.
Thank you, James.
All right.